3, 2, 1.
Welcome back to the Messy but Thriving podcast. Park edition.
Yay! Today's episode is about protecting your power.
Protecting your power and protecting your peace and protecting your energy. And I feel like they're all kind of
Intertwined?
Yeah. What do you guys do? Let's start with that. What is your power?
Oh.
Before we, how do you guys define your power? What's your personal power?
For me, I feel like my power is the power to control how I react to other people.
Ooh.
I feel like I struggle with it a lot, but on this pod, you guys have repeatedly said, like, we give people too much power over our own emotions, and we have to take it back.
Like reclaim it.
Yeah.
I'll take that.
Thank you.
Thank you.
That's a good question. Yeah, you go.
I would agree with that. And then I would also add, like, my power is, like, my power to create the life I desire, what I want. Because I feel like if someone, for instance, I was doing some inner work the other day, and I came across a memory. One of my friends told me, like, I would never be married. And, like, I took that belief and I internalized it deep into my core, my soul, and it became my belief. And, like, the way I took my power back was by, like, returning that belief to, I didn't tell her, hey, I'm returning this belief to you, but, like, in my own inner work practice, I was like, I'm gonna, like, actually return this belief, like, because that doesn't belong to me, and by doing that, I take my power back. So I guess, like, being able to identify, like, what beliefs are serving you and where they came from.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's a good question. I agree, like, being able to control your reactions, control what you want in life. I guess to me also power is making whatever thoughts you have into reality. Like, that's very powerful, and not letting other people deter that or, like you said, like, influence how you see or view yourself to a certain extent.
Yeah, because, like, if your self-worth is completely dependent, like you were saying, when you let someone else decide that, you're literally giving them your power. Remember you said that in one of our episodes.
Yeah.
So then the opposite would be referring to yourself or validating yourself. I feel like we say this so much in, like, every episode, and I love that. I don't think that's a bad thing, because, like, maybe a different person watches this one, or maybe you need to hear it again. I feel like you can't hear it or say it or repeat it too many times, because in a way, like, we've all been kind of conditioned to give away our power.
Yeah.
So we
So in different
need
ways.
these constant
Yeah.
reminders.
And I think the context and situation changes. It's just, like, in different fonts. Like, in terms of work, or in terms of your friendships, or in terms of romantic relationships. Like, it comes into your life in so many different ways, and you have to navigate it differently every single time.
Yeah.
And think of different strategies to reclaim that power. And that's how you grow and learn lessons, and just keeping changing and growing as a person.
Yeah. Are there any specific situations that you guys can think about where you found yourself giving away your power and you decided that you had to, like, get it back?
I always say something more recently or I've been thinking about is more in terms of friendship. Or when you first asked that question, my initial thought was me in Philly trying to simulate and try to be like everyone else in a way, and I gave my power away by not being authentic to who I really was, and just trying to, like, say things or do things that I knew was safe and that would make me socially acceptable.
Yeah.
But I was giving so much power to them because my personality, my interests were based what they were talking about, what they wanted. But deep down in my heart, I was like, I really don't. I'm not really interested in this.
Yeah.
Or that's a really good point. Or even, like, for instance, like, changing my hair. like changing my hair sometimes is like scary because I'm like, oh, what are people gonna say? What if people hate it? Da, da, da. Like but like in that moment when I choose to not do something because of how another person may perceive or feel about it, I'm giving away my power. I'm giving away my power to express myself.
Yeah.
I'm giving away my power to like fully be who I am and fully show up in my like wholeness. So.
I feel that in terms of fashion too. Like when I start thinking too much about other people how they will perceive my outfit, but then I purposely wear it because it's a test to myself. I'm like, you're wearing this because you like it, not because other people like it.
Yeah. I started making a TikTok about it, and ignore the fact that my eyes are closed because it's bright. But I started making a TikTok about it where I was like, I feel like I've been running away from my personal style because of the fear that I will not be perceived as like an adult. And I feel like what in my head I see as like dressing like an adult is not how I dress, but I'm like, what if I'm running away from it and I'm depriving myself of a style that I feel really good in and really comfortable in? So I want to try to reclaim that power to dress how I want and dress how I feel comfortable and like what makes me feel good.
Because I do believe in like small micro shifts in your day-to-day that will make bigger impacts in your life and life decisions in general. So even us choosing what to wear seems like a small thing, but that's us choosing ourselves every day. That's one choice you made, and then down the line, like throughout the day or throughout the week, you'll make other big choices. You'll get more and more comfortable doing that, and then you'll slowly start living a more like authentic life to yourself. And I feel like that in itself is power. Being able to be your authentic self, because that is a privilege in so many situations, because so many people are shamed or excluded from their family or shunned for being their authentic selves. So I feel like when you're able to do that, there's so much power in that.
There is. And
it takes a lot of courage too.
Or even just like you said, being authentic, or like for instance the swearing thing. I think I don't know if we talked about this in the last episode, but I was telling them like a lot of the femininity channels talk about to be a lady you don't swear. Like I would never swear. I swear all the fucking time, but I'm still feminine. I'm still a woman. I'm still a lady. I still, I can be both. And like taking my power back is not letting some bitch scrolling on my feed tell me what it means to be feminine.
Or society.
I'm like, bitch. Let's cut that out. Anyways, Allison.
Not the transition.
Sorry, this is a side note. I was just thinking about how we were like, let's do a nature episode, and it's like on our list and everything, but here we are like low-key doing a nature episode without even trying.
Oh yeah, because like, we truly just go with the flow. Like if you guys haven't noticed from our videos, my friend did ask me, cause I showed him our first video and he's like, why are you guys in a car? Like, and then I told him, I was like, it's honestly not that deep. Like we were just in the mood and we just whipped out the camera and then we're just like, go for it.
That's a good podcast title.
We're also only in the it's not that deep.
It's not that deep.
For anyone who wants to start a podcast, there's your title.
There's also only one. You're only in the car for one episode.
And he like deterred him from the rest.
Oh, really? Boom. We got Kenny.
Shout out Kenny.
Okay, so if that's how we define our power, is like, you said emotionally, like not letting people control your emotions. I think like if someone, like for instance, like if you're like one time this lady was literally punching my car like a couple weeks ago.
Was this when you were yelling, arguing in Spanish?
No. Yeah, for some reason people just like to fight my car. I don't know, but no, it was a different time. This lady was like literally punching my car and screaming at me because I was like parked in her, like near her driveway. Whatever. I was gonna move in 2 seconds. Calm down, lady. And anyways, I just rolled up my window, very demure, and I just did what I needed to do, which is like get my GPS together, and then I moved. Like, but very calm. I didn't like let her control how I felt. I didn't engage in like a battle with her. I didn't start to like get on her level or matching energy. Okay, wait, before I get into this. Okay, so that's how we define our power. Now, how do we protect our power.
I just want to say, you have a lot, like, so many car stories that are hilarious, because on another episode you were like, I have so many unpaid parking tickets.
Yeah, I'm gonna worry about that when I sell my car, because it'll be like, what, a couple thousand, whatever. I'm already buying, like, probably, anyways. So how to protect your power. The first thing I would say is don't match energy with people who you don't want, who are not vibrating on a high frequency. Only match energy if it's gonna benefit you. Like, I know that's like this match energy. I match energy. Yeah. I don't. If your energy is like low and you're literally like so negative and so angry and so pessimistic and so like, I'm not matching that. I'm gonna leave you there. Wish you well, baby. I'm gonna stay up here. I don't match energy.
I like that mindset.
Yeah.
I feel like when I start feeling like I'm losing, I guess it depends on the situation too. Like if it's anger, then I know, okay, maybe I need to take a step back. I need to like physically remove myself or take deep breaths, think about what is the root cause, how to address it, and then come back in a more calm state. If it's more like a confidence thing or validation thing, yeah, I mean like more like journaling, same thing, getting back to the root cause. I feel like a lot of it's just self-reflection and understanding why you're trying to match that anger or whatever that negativity is. And I do think it is very situational. Everything is really, like, every context is so different.
Yeah.
Do you guys have like things that you do regularly or routinely to protect yourself or your energy?
I feel like my day-to-day that stressors are like work-related, because I talk to so many different types of people. And sometimes when people, because I'm in healthcare, someone's like in so much pain, or they're just, you never really know what people are going through. There's so much things on the back end they're going through, and they end up sometimes taking it out on you, which is understandable because you're the person that they see on a consistent basis. And what was the question again?
Do you have any like things that you do regularly, routinely, that help you to protect your energy or protect your power, protect your peace?
So I really do think like taking deep breaths, like just pausing. There's so much power in silence, so much power in taking a pause, recollecting yourself and then speaking versus just speaking out of emotions. Trying to be empathetic towards other people and trying to see it from their perspective, and then sitting in silence, because I feel like for me personally, it's so easy for me to just keep going and ignore what happened and keep myself busy, and then it catches up to me at night, because then like I'll go to sleep, but then I'll wake up in the middle of the night and I start still thinking about it, and that's when I know my body or my mind didn't really cope that well. And so I feel like taking the time to put in inner work is a good idea, and then that will lead me to like what I need to do, like either like journal or meditate or talk to someone else. How about you guys?
I don't think we can put this in the pod, so girl, take this out, but other than that, I think to protect your peace, deactivating Instagram.
Oh, that's a big one.
Removing the triggers.
Yeah, not be on social media.
So my psychiatrist, my diagnosis has just been like a working diagnosis for the past, like this whole year, and she was like, I'm actually seeing a lot of signs of like OCD based on my behaviors, and I feel like that's part of why it's so helpful for me to have deactivated Instagram and unshared my location and all of this stuff, because it's like if I have it, I'm going to be like obsessively going on there, seeing what other people are doing, comparing myself to other people. But if I don't have it, it's like I can set my own standards outside of what everybody else is doing.
Like, you know, you're living your life purely the way you want it, not versus other people's influence or what they're doing without you. I feel like not having social media is a game changer. It clears up so much mental space. It's so nice.
Yeah, I agree. I'm not, as we film for social media. But yeah, for me, like, protecting my peace, I'm very ritualistic about how I protect my energy. Like, I don't fuck with that. I'm like, that's my highest priority every single day. Is
like the morning walk.
Yeah. But I start my day with, like, affirmations. Like, I'm protected. Like, I literally do not allow any outside energy into my mind, into my home, into my space.
That's
for like the first 30 minutes of my day. I'm, like, extremely, like, ritualistic about that. And then, like, as soon as I get back from, like, being in someone's energy, sorry, like, as soon as I leave someone's energy, like, I need to shower, and, like, as I shower, I imagine any energy that does not belong to me, like, leaving my body, leaving my space, leaving, like, off of me. And every night I'm like, I clean for, like, my physical health, but it's, like, my spiritual health too, like, my energetic. I do not want to bring home with me anything from the day. I strip my clothes. I go in the bathroom, and, like, while I shower, I literally am like, like I said, I imagine, like, energy that doesn't belong to me leaving. And then, like, if people are in my space, like, when they leave, like, I thoroughly cleanse. I, like, affirmations, like, my candles, like, I'm, like, very big on, like, I don't want any energy that was brought here, be it good, bad, any energy that does not belong to me. I don't want this in my space. I want it out. And, like, even when I leave your house, like, I'm gonna go home, I'm gonna, like, remove any energy, like, anytime I hang out with anyone.
So it can be positive or negative. You want to remove it?
I just want to be centered in myself.
Like a reset.
Yeah, I don't want anyone's energy, anyone's thought, anyone's anything to influence my mind and my life. I want to create
centered
from me. Yeah,
that's powerful.
I'm like, I'm rich. I'm like, that's my highest priority every day.
That actually is so inspiring.
Yeah.
Because that's so empowering. Because I feel like I'm so, like, I just wake up, I drink coffee. Like, I have, like, maybe 1 or 2 rituals in the morning, and I, like, get on with my day. But yeah, but to make it a priority. And then another thing is to see it in real life, because we had a sleepover. Please normalize sleepovers in your mid-20s. In the morning, Kyra's like, hey, I have this, like, I'm very... like, I have a routine, I want to keep with it. I didn't really think much about it, and then I kind of just went along with it, and it actually is so healing. And I'm only saying that to second, like, she does not mess around. Like, even when she's at someone else's house, like, she will upkeep this routine to her highest priority. And that also speaks volumes of how much you value yourself and your power and your energy.
Because it's like, if you think, like, just notice, like, the thoughts you're having when you're around people. Because, like, sometimes, like I feel like sometimes you can take on other people's thoughts and things like that. Like,
always take people's energy.
Yeah.
I'm very feeling based.
Yeah. And you won't really realize it, and you'll think it's you, or you'll think it's yourself. Like, side note, we can cut this out, but, like, but yeah.
That's why I don't want to give. That's why I worry. I don't want to give that off to other people, especially, like, my mom. That's why I don't like to tell her things, because, like, she gets really upset and she, like, starts crying, and I'm like, but in the moment I'm like, I'm the one who's depressed, like, why are you crying? But, like, one time I told my mom that I hate myself because I was just really upset, and I like I wanted her to leave me alone, so I was like, this is why I'm upset, and she got so upset. She was like, why would you say that about yourself and all this stuff? But it's hard to not give it to other people.
It is hard. Yeah, but I feel like, it's tough. I don't know how to be a parent yet, so I don't know. It's
also your parents' first time being a parent.
Yeah, and it's like, I can imagine, though, like, I don't know how I would react, like, if my kids, as a parent, because you love them, like, you just want, you don't want them to feel that way.
Because they don't see you in that light. Yeah. Like, they just see you, like,
their baby.
A baby.
Like, you're her.
There's so much love.
She carried you.
Yeah.
She's like, I carried you for 10 months. I'm like, no, you didn't.
Yeah, I can't imagine. Even just based on the way I love my cat.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It hurts to see other people hurting. The people you care about hurt.
Yeah.
Even strength. If I see someone else cry, I'll start crying. I'll get teary-eyed.
Have you seen
the movie?
Oh, shoot, what it's called? well, I forget what it's called, but the opening, it's with Nat Wolff, but the opening line of the movie, he goes, "I remember it hurt, seeing her hurt."
Oh,
And it ended up being the love of his life.
But I think, you know, as a mother, like, obviously she will have to, like, have some boundaries, both of you, to protect yourselves. But as a mother, that is part of being a mother, is you do carry the burdens of your child a little. You know,
true.
you kind of do sign up for that.
Imagine being a twin. Oh my gosh. I feel like you would feel it.
Yeah.
Some twins do, right?
Yeah. I think that's just, like you said, everything's relations. So
Yeah.
you do have to, at some, like...
Yeah. We were talking about this when Shauna, I think you were in the bathroom, but Kyra yawned. And I was like, and I yawned immediately after, and I was like, oh, do you know that when you see someone yawn and you follow it up with a yawn yourself, that means you're, like, sympathetic of that person?
Aww.
Yeah.
I start yawning. Yeah.
But other ways to protect your energy is just, like, be mindful of, like, the content you consume, the music you consume.
Yes, that's such a good point, because I feel like that was a big shift, is trying to filter out what I'm watching, because sometimes, I'm not on TikTok a lot, but when I'm on there, it affects me negatively so much. Like, I can feel so much, like, my whole energy just shifts. And that's why I know, like, I need to get out of here. And that's why I don't really have it on my phone, because it's just so crazy to see how much it affects you.
It is. It's like...
But on the flip side, because I do watch, like, YouTube, and just... Because you can... I feel like that's a little bit more intentional, because you can click on what you want to see.
You should click on Messy But Thriving.
Yeah,
you should. You did. You already did.
By watching this video, you're protecting your
power.
energy.
Yeah, but just what you're consuming, what you hear, makes such a big difference.
Have you guys seen Severance?
No, but I've heard of it.
There was this scene where someone was trying to... They have, like, the warning in the beginning, but someone was trying to unalive themselves. And it was so hard to watch. And my mom was like, you should not be watching that. And she kind of ate down on that. Like, I can't lie. Because it was like, I had to take a break from watching the show after that. Because it's like, it's so hard.
Yeah.
It's really... It's not good to be...
Normalizing that.
Yeah, it's not good to be consuming that.
Yeah.
Because what you repeatedly like give attention to, you normalize in your brain. And that's another reason why I really was happy to leave my job. I used to work, like, in around a lot of people who were having, like, substance abuse issues, and it was just, like, normalizing drug use so much in my mind. Like dude, they would talk about, like, meth. We might take this out, but, like, all the time in such normal everyday language. And I'm like, okay, this is, like, I don't want this, like, normalized in my head. Like, this is, like, insane stuff. Like, so that was another reason I was happy to, like, leave that job.
Yeah.
But yeah. And then also, like subconsciously, like, your subconscious mind is, like, picking up on things, even if it's, like, in the background and you're not really listening to it. So even if you're, like, there's, like, you know, I don't know, the news is on in the background, it's talking about all the horrible things happening in the world, like, even though you're not giving it your full attention, like, your subconscious mind is actually soaking it up more than if you were giving it your full attention, because your subconscious mind soaks up information better when your conscious mind isn't aware of it.
Yeah. I think another thing is who you surround yourself with. Because once...
There's a bee.
Isn't it? Oh, no. I feel like who you surround yourself with makes such a huge difference in being aware of people who drain your energy versus people who give your energy. Even though you don't have to cut ties with people who drain your energy, but you can set boundaries or limits of, like, hey, like, in your head, like, or you can tell them, like, hey, like, I have something to do later tonight, so I can only hang out for a few hours, versus being like, oh, I don't have anything to do, and then they can, like, have an excuse to keep the hangout going for, like, hours on end, which isn't bad, but then you just end up getting so drained at the end. So you can still be friends with people, but you can set boundaries to still protect your power and your peace.
I was gonna say that earlier, actually. Like, I've started trying to be, like, even if I'm hanging out with someone that I'm really comfortable with, just being, like, allowing myself to remove myself from the situation so that I can still have time in the day to, like, go and be by myself.
Oh, yes, yeah.
And not being afraid to be, like, sorry, I'm gonna like head out early.
Yeah.
Because it's like my time.
Yeah.
And I deserve to control what I do with it.
Yeah, I think spending time alone every day.
Yeah.
Doesn't have to be like, you don't have to be in isolation mode or, you know, but like at least sort of like 10 minutes, you know, just 10 minutes and like alone with your thoughts too. It's like, not consuming, just like
being in silence.
Center with yourself. How do you feel?
Yeah. Because it's so easy, like even if you are alone, to have like a TV show in the background, music. Like I'm a culprit.
Oh my God,
I always have music,
too.
and then I wonder why I still have racing thoughts at night. It's like because you literally don't think through what you experienced and process it, because you're filling your brain with other things to process versus your emotions and your feelings.
That's why I love crafting, especially like crafting at the park.
Yeah.
It's like I can bring my knitting and just like sit here and like knit. And I don't like, when I'm knitting, I don't have to think about anything. I can just sit and feel the breeze, feel the sun. And just like
flow.
do something with my hands and just like it feels so like therapeutic.
It is so therapeutic. I mean, we're biased because we're like, that's the whole basis of our job.
We're at the park right now.
We love a good occupation.
It's funny because I'm pretty sure that like in the background of the audio you're gonna hear screaming, but I kind of love it.
Yeah.
Also like
healing.
She was a fairy.
Hers is falling off. I also, bouncing off of that, being in nature, I always take time in my day, and my coworkers know, just to go outside, go on a walk, like just feel the sunshine. It's so healing.
Yeah.
There's so much power and healing in nature.
Sometimes
touch
I like
grass.
to touch,
literally
touch the grass. Or I'll touch a tree and I'll tell the tree to take all my negative energy.
I remember you mentioned that briefly before.
The tree is literally taking your carbon dioxide.
Yeah, I'm like, while you take that, can you take any?
The tree was literally made to take your negative energy. Shout out trees.
Yeah.
This park is called Los Arboles.
Ooh.
Trees.
Me? I'm like, I don't know. I took French.
Oui,
I
oui.
mean, I was like, oh.
PP.
S'il vous plaît. Enchanté. I actually don't know what that means, so maybe let's not.
Also, another way I've been protecting my energy recently, this could be a personal thing, but for me personally, like changing my diet, because food carries vibration. And like I feel like the more whole foods, like the more whole foods I feel like it connects me more to like my most like natural state in a way. And I feel like a lot of times like there's a lot of poison in American like processed foods, and it literally alters your vibration and your state of mind. Like I feel so much more aligned with my intuition ever since I like greatly decreased my God, can you tell I'm a fucking OT? I can't. I'm talking in like greatly decreased intake of. But since
note form.
I know I like don't know how to talk like a human. I lowered my like intake of like processed
OTs
foods.
aren't human.
But I like feel cleansed in a way.
Yeah.
So just like noticing how foods make you feel.
Yeah.
I think or
maybe your body's craving another food or something.
My body is craving chicken.
Yeah, and maybe there's reason for it.
Yeah, I feel like my version of that's like, in a way, you're choosing yourself, like choosing foods that make you feel good, whatever that looks like for you, or make you feel healthy, and exercising. Those are all different ways to choose yourself and to prioritize your own health and mental. Because I feel like for me, like being active greatly impacts my mental health as well. Like how I feel before versus after I work out is like night and day. So I always tell, if I'm ever angry, if I'm ever upset, if I ever feel off, I always work out first, and that's always like one of my first strategies to help myself regulate.
And it moves the energy through your body. Like moving your body helps to move stagnant energy. So like that's like even you mentioned a lot like processing through mentally talking it out, but also like processing those emotions through your body through physical movement, because emotions get trapped and stuck in our body.
I've been really have been wanting to get back into exercising and movement, and I haven't had the energy to. But I'm trying not to beat myself up about it, because I go to therapy twice a week, and I think I'm choosing myself there. and protecting my power and my peace there. And I think it's just one step at a time.
Yeah,
it's like the movement.
Quite literally.
Yeah. The movement has been really helpful, but sometimes I'm like, my group therapy is an hour and a half long, and I just like want to lay down and do nothing.
And it's draining too. Not draining, but like you have to be present. Yeah,
it is. Yeah,
and you have to be vulnerable for an hour.
Yeah.
If to actively listen and respond for an hour and a half. Like, it does take a lot of brain work even after you clock out of your regular job.
That, and moving your body doesn't have to be a strenuous, or like, it doesn't have to be exercise. Like releasing emotion. Yes, stretching. Like let the tension out. Like there's tension, pent up tension and emotions, like a spinal twist, or like traditional like yin yoga is like so relaxing, so soothing, and the purpose of it is so that you can release stuck emotions.
I do like freestyling, like dancing to like and like
that
making random
is,
TikToks with it. I just do it in my room sometimes. It's been fun. It's like, because it's just like, especially if I'm like having a hard day at work, I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna make a TikTok.
No, I
and
agree.
It's so fun.
Like even just a fight, because that's what I would do too, is like I try to be active every day, but it doesn't have to mean me lifting at the gym. It's like me doing a 5-minute stretch.
We were active last night.
I literally
that was my workout last night, quite literally. I was like, all right.
I was sweating.
Yeah, I was like,
but I literally put like a Zumba. Like a Zumba song. It's only 3 minutes, and that'll be my workout. But then you get in the flow, and like maybe when you film, like you just want to keep going, and then next thing you know, it's been 30 minutes of movement. Like, it doesn't have to be anything big.
Yeah, and like it should be fun, and like I feel I'm very big on not doing things if it feels forced. Like
if you're not enjoying it, you're gonna most likely won't be consistent with it.
Like finding a movement that you like to do.
Agreed.
My dance class.
Any other ways? Oh, sorry.
Oh yeah, I think something I want to try and be more intentional about is kind of going back to the morning routine, is getting ready. Because I don't know if you guys know, like I literally like pop in my contacts, maybe brush my hair, brush my teeth, and I'm done. But I do think now that I have a little bit more free time, because when I was in school, like I really felt like I had no time to do anything. But now that I'm out of it, I'm like, oh, okay, if you want, you can allocate time to get ready, especially on the weekends. Invest in yourself, for yourself. But I really don't. I really just rush through it. But I want to try to be more intentional.
I will be late.
Yeah.
Before I'm
like, I don't know.
Pamper myself.
I'm on the same wavelength as you, Shauna. Like, I've been trying to get back into taking
I have to
care.
pee. Should I find a corner or something?
Yeah.
Okay.
Or somebody's house. The way that you
Wait,
are.
there's like children.
The way that you are, I swear, you could walk to someone's house and be like, "Can I use the bathroom?" And they would say yes.
Yeah.
They would only say yes to you.
Okay. I'll
Should
hold
you
it.
really badly?
Yeah, but I can like hold it.
There's
Like,
not a bathroom here.
yeah, we're gonna have to find one. Or like if I could, yeah. I won't. I mean, like it's pressing against my bladder.
Oh.
Maybe let's wrap this up.
Okay, let's wrap it up.
Okay. What were you
How
saying?
are you crashing out?
Oh, we're just talking about the crash out episode.
How do you protect your peace? Let us know. I would love to have some new ways to protect my peace and my energy. Right now, I'm just doing what I can.
This is crazy, but I protect my peace by buying Labubus.
Ooh, yeah.
It's just, it genuinely makes me happy.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I could be buying drugs, but I'm not. I'm buying cute little monsters.
And peace is protected.
I'm protecting my peace right now by blocking people.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you're like, a demon called me. Block.
Yeah. And I feel like now he's trying to get, I don't know. I'm just getting like random messages from like random accounts on WhatsApp, like with like different profile pics, and I feel like he's trying to cap. I'm just everyone's getting blocked. Meet me in person. If you want me, you need to find me in. Oh wait, no, hold on. like to my future husband.
Yeah.
You will not find me online. Me as I post this online.
You won't find me online.
You
got
got
me on Wawa Claw.
You must find me. You won't find me on an app. You won't find me online. You're not gonna
You're
find me
in the wild.
on TikTok. You're not gonna find me in the YouTube comments. You're gonna have to meet me.
You don't have to walk up to me and
Yeah.
say it to my face.
Yeah.
Tell me you want me to my face. Anyways.
Leave a comment below how you're practicing your piece.
How are you practicing your piece? Okay, I'm gonna pee.
Bye.
Bye.